Welcome to the Wandering Synagogue Part 7. In this episode, we check out the story behind congregation KJBS. That's Kehilath Jacob Beth Samuel. Congregation Kehilath Jacob was started in 1890. It was located in Pacific Avenue, which today would be LaSalle Street. In 1908, it purchased a building from a French church on Center, which is now Racine, just a bit south of Taylor on the near west side. It stayed there for 7 years. In 1915, it moved to the location shown here at the southeast corner of Hamlin and Douglas Boulevard. Although it is a church now, one can see both a Jewish star above the second set of windows and the name of the synagogue above the row of pillars. The front of the building is anchored on Douglas Boulevard, and this side shot is on Hamlin Avenue. North of Douglas Boulevard until the Eisenhower Expressway, Hamlin Avenue is called Independence Boulevard. Several synagogues were located on Independence Boulevard in this 1¼ mile section. Just as there were several synagogues located on Douglas Boulevard east of Hamlin Avenue all the way to California Avenue, where Douglas Park resides, another 1¼ mile length. The synagogue was large enough to accommodate community activities. The famous clarinetist and bandleader Benny Goodman, who lived a bit east on Francisco Avenue, took music lessons in the congregational facilities. By the way, the congregation was established by Jews who had moved to Chicago from Troichin, Russia. In the late 1930s, early 40s, the cantor of the congregation was Joshua Lind, who also was famous for siring the three famous Lind brothers who became notable not only as cantors themselves, but as professional singers. Here is a peek at the sanctuary of the church that now uses this building. One can see the upper gallery where the women would sit in the Orthodox Jewish congregation. By the mid-1950s, the neighborhood had changed in the Douglas Park area, and the congregation was looking to move further north. It set its sights on a parcel of vacant land at the northeast corner of Washtenaw and Arthur in the West Rogers Park neighborhood. At the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting, 8 lawyers showed up, several of them Jewish, while the congregation was seeking a variance to erect a 1-story building 60 by 85 feet from a lot that was 75 by 125 feet, surrounded by other residential property. It was pointed out that in the plans there are only 10 parking spaces off-street allotted for the congregation of 250 people, when there would be at least a need for 21 parking spaces. The protesters argued that this was a residential area where there was no reason to have a synagogue, that there were other synagogues of an Orthodox nature nearby. They suggested that it was better to build 2 blocks west on California Avenue. The congregation realized it lost its battle and went looking for an alternate site. They became aware of a new congregation called Beth Samuel that was looking to build on Devon west of Lincoln Avenue. It had started as a storefront on Peterson Avenue, and by 1955 it had moved to this location. So the shidduch, or marriage of congregations, occurred in 1956. This congregation still exists more than 65 years later in its same location on Devon in the Peterson Park area of Chicago's far north side. It has struggled with membership in the past few years. but hopes to find a positive solution going forward. And so goes another Wandering Synagogue episode. Bye for now, and see you real soon.